Good evening, people. This is Big Boss Calvin 83. You know what, man? I'm going to say it like this. The title speaks for itself, and I want to touch on it, give my commentary. And I also have a few stories that are related to this. Another article. So, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say it like this. To 60, damn near 60%, and I would say it was the accurate percentage was 58% of Caucasian females who vote. I'll say it again. Sorry about that. I do not feel fucking bad that damn near 60%, which is 58% of Caucasian females, voted for Trump, and now they regret it. Y'all bitches. You racist, Caucasian, supremacist female bitches get what you fucking deserve. I don't know what, you know what, I don't even care, and I don't even want to know why y'all supported Trump. And I don't know why you have a lot of Caucasian females, feminist or not, pro-woman, which is a feminist, which is a man-hater, which are man-haters, misandry, lesbian, dyke bitches. I mean, whoever you identify as a Caucasian female, whether you are just a typical Caucasian chick, privileged or poor white trash, you know what I'm saying? Or feminist or not, lean to the left or lean to the right. Y'all all the same. Racist or not. Actually, y'all all racist, and y'all a bunch of racist, man-hating bitches, to be honest. And I mean, from my personal experience of dealing with Caucasian females, y'all all the same. And let me break this down. If you're a Caucasian chick, or a Caucasian female, a so-called white female, white woman you want to call yourselves, or a white identified woman, if you don't think like that, if you're not racist, you're not a feminist, you're not a misandric, man-hating bitch, okay? You're not, especially if you're not racist and you're not anti-male and you're not about that female supremacy, I'm not talking about y'all, okay? I'm not talking about you. If you're a Caucasian female and you're not racist and you're not a racist, man-hating bitch, especially if you're a Caucasian chick and you're not racist and you're not anti-man and you're not on that feminist shit, even if you are or not, if you're not racist and don't have that type of mindset, and you're not a sexist bigot. If you're not a sexist bigot and you don't fall in those categories that I listed and mentioned, I'm not talking about y'all. Even if you did not vote for Trump, if that's not you, then don't get offended, okay? But you need to call out this bullshit. And even if you supported Hillary Clinton, the Clintons, okay? Even if you supported Hillary, okay? She's racist, and she's a man-hating bitch. She's a feminist. And most feminists are racist, and they're man-hating bitches, okay? Most feminists are anti-black. Most feminists are racist, and they are man-haters, but mainly staunch, racist, man-hating bitches, okay? Let's keep it real. Lesbian, on the down low, you name it. But what I'm going to do first is, I don't feel sorry for this MeToo bullshit because the whole MeToo thing is a scam. You have real women and you have men who are victimized by women and victimized by faggots. Dudes pretending to be women. You have women who are victimized by women. Women sexually assault each other. You have women molesting boys. You have women molesting girls. You have women raping women. You have women raping men. But y'all don't talk about that in the Me Too movement. Y'all don't check yourselves, but you want to demonize men, especially men of color, black men. You want to demonize the black man. But for some odd reason, this Caucasian male that you see on the screen can say the most dumbest shit, the most misogynistic, racist shit in your silence. Well, Monique talked about how black women are treated in the media and how they are overworked and way underpaid, which is typical. And yeah, black men do have their issues, and they are denied, locked out of the job market. And the set up to fail, last to hire, first to fire. Most of the women get the jobs. Black women get the jobs, and they're not taken seriously. And the Caucasian female say, hey, she should deserve to be paid, a fair, wage. You know what I'm saying? No, this Caucasian female talks about bitches about her problems, so-called problems, right? And she don't even do no damn work. It's everybody else doing the work but this bitch. And she got in on affirmative action. She wants to call herself a minority and talk about she oppressed, but she got an audacity to be racist. She got an audacity to be sexist too. You know? And they still lay up with these so-called male chauvinistic, male-dominated, misogynist males. These rapists, they call them. These pedophiles, you know what I'm saying? These woman beaters, you know what I'm saying? These thugs, these terrorists, you know what I'm saying? These dudes, these pig-headed jerks, these bad boys, you know what I'm saying? They still lay up with these dudes, and y'all still keep them, and y'all still give them mouth, you still suck their dick, you still fuck them, you still marry them, that you take he gets on the knee and rather, even if you ask to be married, he still gets on his knee and asks for your hand in marriage, you take it, you have children by this sorry ass dude, and you're sorry too for being with him. So, and then you wonder why, and then you let this dude just treat you like crap, because he got money, he got status, he got white privilege, and you're trying to maintain what is called white supremacy and white domination and the white power structure. Okay? That's why a lot of Caucasian females stand by their male counterparts. That's why the Caucasian female stands by their male counterpart, stands by their male. I'm not going to say man, and I'm not going to call the Caucasian person a man or a woman, okay? Because they are the lowest of the low. They are the scumbags of the earth, okay? The original scumbags of the earth, okay? K beats double bitches. Fucking cowards, okay? You know what I'm saying? You Caucasian females, voted against your own economic. Let me say this. You Caucasian females ought to be ashamed of yourselves. You have women of color suffering, but you don't give a fuck. You talk about all these other men and these other countries treating women bad, but you don't talk about how men are suffering too. But under the same crooked ass government, by the powers that be. You have Caucasian males doing all types of shit to women, raping and pillaging the fuck out of women, forcing them to have abortions, cutting their stomachs open, ripping the fetus out of their womb, their stomach, and killing them in the process, lynching women, raping women, torturing women, raping men, torturing men, killing men, lying on men. Y'all lie on men. Y'all lie on the black men all the damn time. Start shit with the black men and encourage this Caucasian male bitch to kill him. Shoot, you raise these Dylan Roofs, you raise these Nicholas Cruzes of the world, these Columbine type of kids, that shoot up schools and shit. You raise these thugs, you raise these whores and bitches, but you got the audacity to criticize black people on their parenting. And then when we try to be a parent, you always got to say something. Or you want to get in our business. But you got Caucasian males and females beating the shit out of their children. You got Caucasian males and females raping their children, sexually abusing their children, just abusing their children, verbally abusing their children, denying them food and water, denying them resources to live. I remember that incident that happened. I don't know where it was in the country, where this Caucasian family, the mom and the dad, tortured the kids, abused them. They couldn't even take a shower. They had to take a shower for a year. They were starving. They were tortured. They were beaten. They were treated like animals. Even though these Caucasians are animals, but you know what I'm saying. But that don't get national attention. But they want to criticize black people who are not fit to be parents. You had a Caucasian male family. The Caucasian male, the daddy lets his kid, go in Disney World. Remember that Disney World? He's playing in a creek full of alligators, and the kid gets eaten But when the black family had to, I think it was what was in Ohio, somewhere in Ohio, the kid, went in the gorilla cage, and they got mad because they had to kill the gorilla to save the child, which is the smart thing to do. They put that black family on blast and tell them they don't deserve to have their child. They wanted to take the child away from the family. But you have a irresponsible parent from Nebraska come to Florida on vacation, and they let that kid, go into the most dangerous areas of Florida where the alligators are at, conjugate, and they just jump and attack them and kill the kid. And nothing's negative said about them. That's why I don't feel sorry for these motherfuckers who voted for Trump. They shall reap what they fucking sow. Okay? Let me read this article. I didn't mean to, I'm sorry about that. I apologize. I get on my tangents, forgive me. President Trump joked about how sensitive the MeToo generation is during a rally in Montana on Thursday. Trump supporters out there. Trump took a jab at the MeToo movement while making fun of Senator Elizabeth Warren, Democrat of Massachusetts, for her claim that she is of Native American descent. He joked about a hypothetical debate he joked about a hypothetical debate he could have with the senator. In quotes, I'm going to get one of those little DNA kits. And in the middle of the debate, when she proclaims she is so of Indian heritage, because her mother says she has high cheekbones, Trump said in the laughter from the crowd. Let me say that again in quotes. I'm going to get one of those little DNA kits in the middle of the debate when she proclaims that she's so of Indian heritage because her mother said she has high cheekbones. Trump said to laughter the crowd. In quotations, we will take it. In quotations, we will take that little kid and say, okay, I'm sorry, y'all, forgive me, I'm sorry, my bad, I don't know what's wrong with me, it's a long day. In quotes, we will take that little kid and say, but we have to do it gently because we're in the Me Too generation. So we have to be very gentle, the president added. And, that's what, and then continuing quotations. And we will very gently take that kit and we will slowly toss it to her, hoping it doesn't hit her and injure her arm, even though it only weighs 2 ounces. He's really a prick. But y'all chicks voted for him. I know other people voted for him, but 58% of Caucasian females supported Trump, feminists or not. Rather they lean to the left or the right. Y'all voted for Trump, and y'all, what do you expect? You think this dude has a history of being disrespectful to everybody and has a racist attitude, but y'all don't say shit. But he shows you his male chauvinistic, abusive, misogynistic ways, and you shocked. You thought that because let me tell you something before I continue. This is what happens with criminals. See, criminals will be loyal to each other, but the person who's leading will stab the helper in the back. You women are the helpers of Caucasian supremacy and racism. That's what you Caucasian females are. The minute you help the perpetrator, the leader it's like Bonnie and Clyde. Basically, what I'm saying is the Caucasian female is the helper and nurturer of racism and Caucasian supremacy, and the backbone of it and maintainer of it. But they helped this dude they help their male counterparts, help them be the accomplice, to doing these atrocious acts, these crimes, committing these tragedies, right? And they'll do all this death and destruction and rape and pillage people and steal the land and resources and enslave and colonize people as they do. And she's benefiting off it. But the minute this dude she gasses this dude's heads up, and you wonder why you gas and tell him how great he is. You man-stroke this dude, and all of a sudden you wonder why he turns on you and thinks, oh, I could do better, and you wonder why he dumps you. You're those type of chicks. You'll be loyal to a no good ass dude, and that's what I mean. Y'all no good ass people, and y'all no good ass folks anyway. And when you gas this dude's heads up, and you wonder why he stabs you in the back, and he goes for a much younger chick, old enough to be his daughter or his granddaughter. That's what happens, and you wonder why, and you enable the shit. But let me continue. Trump, who once bragged about grabbing women by the pussy, has been accused of sexual misconduct ranging from harassment to assault and rape by at least 21 women. The president regularly denies allegations of sexual and domestic violence accused against him and his former staffers as fake news. The MeToo was created by the youth organizer Tarana Burke. She's a Negro Bedouin. She's a fucking coon and fucking man-hating feminist, that have a hatred for brothers, for black men. But before I continue, Tarana Burke, how come you ain't trying to take this dude down? You have no problem going after black men and terrorizing the fuck out of us, accusing us of shit. Even when we're innocent, whether we did it or not, especially if we're innocent, you still want to tear us apart. You black feminists, like Tarana Burke and you Amber Phillips bitches and Jamila Gomez, I don't understand when Caucasian dudes do dirt, you don't say shit. Especially when they do y'all dirty. Y'all don't say shit. Y'all support this bullshit. But when it comes to black men, you want to take us down. When Nate Parker was falsely accused and found innocent by an all-white jury, what they call an all-white jury, y'all still roasted his ass. You still put him on blast and destroyed his legacy, and he was speaking truth to power because y'all didn't like the fact that he had a so-called non-black wife. I don't know if his wife is Caucasian or not, or whatever ethnicity she is. Okay, y'all got in your feelings, even though you wouldn't leave. Most of you chicks would not even fuck with a dude like Nate Parker. But when Nate Parker got money, now you want him all of a sudden. You wasn't checking for him, and you've been turning this dude down, making fun of this dude all the way through grammar school, through high school and college, and all the way. Then all of a sudden, when y'all are close to 30, now you want the dude that you shitted on and treated like crap and friend zoned and used and abused. Y'all a trip. Y'all want to dick police people, dick police black men. That's a whole different video right there. When Caucasian dudes put their hands on women, beat up on women, shoot women down, particularly women of color, y'all silent. Sexually abuse women, terrorize women. You don't touch the Caucasian dudes. If a Caucasian dude is actually guilty and it's obvious, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But if a black man is accused and we don't have no information, especially if he's innocent, and he got proof that he's innocent, and there's no proof that he did it, crucify his ass like Bill Cosby. But let me continue. So fuck that bitch, Tarana Burke. She's nothing but a mammy coon, okay? A mammy Negro Bedouin coon, and she's ugly as hell. Okay, ain't no dude trying to holler at her, and she's mad as hell. And that's what I don't understand about feminists. Before I continue, it's funny how these feminists haven't talked about rape and sexual violence and all that shit, but no dude will never come at them. No dude will touch them. No dude will even look at them and talk to them. And y'all women talk about that shit. And I don't understand, you try to make up shit, okay, to make yourselves relevant. And ain't nobody buying that shit no more. Okay? It's like these feminists talk about all this shit that I just mentioned. Violence, domestic violence, rape, pedophilia. But these women do it too. You got women sleeping with kids, sleeping with boys. You got women molesting boys and girls. You got women raping women and women raping men, and especially women raping men, sexually assaulting men. But that's cool, grabbing them by the dick. groping him and filling him up. That's cool. Y'all don't say shit about that. Oh, Africa, that's okay. Women can do whatever the hell they want. Gay people could do whatever the hell they want to straight black men, and you're cool with that. Especially transvestites. You're cool with that shit. Y'all, y'all a trip. You chicks are a trip. You American females are a trip. But let me continue. While she was working with, the MeToo movement was created by youth organizer Tarana Burke. While she was working with sexual assault victims, I don't call them survivors. Fuck out of here. To survive something, you have to clap back and defend yourself and avoid that type of victimization of being violated. You know what I'm saying? You got to defend yourself real well to avoid being harmed like that. But you understand what I'm saying? That's why I call them victims. Sexual assault victims even though it's state of survivors in underprivileged communities more than a decade ago. She's talking about women of color, black women specifically. It went viral as a hashtag last year when Alyssa Milano asked her MeToo followers to use it while sharing stories of sexual harassment and assault. Women sexually harass men too, but y'all don't want to talk about that crap. But okay. The campaign sparked a global reckoning that forced many to reassess how to deal with sexual violence in our culture. Dozens of men in so-called power, they ain't in power, but okay. Dozens of men in power, including Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, and Matt Lauer, have since been publicly accused of sexual misconduct and lost their jobs. Okay, let me stop it right here. It's funny. I gotta do a video. You have dudes who are falsely accused of sexual misconduct, and to come to find out it was her doing the sexual misconduct. Women can be guilty of sexual misconduct and could commit lewd acts, but they ain't gonna leave that out because it doesn't fit the narrative. And it's funny how Gloria Allred is coming after Trump. I don't know how, because most of the time she goes after black men. And she got her mad on hatred for black men. Maybe because she's mad because she can't get black dick. It's funny how many of these so-called Caucasian females, so-called white women, or so-called Jewish women. I don't know what she could. Gloria Allred looks Latina, if you ask me. But she's identified as a so-called Jewish Caucasian female. Okay. What I don't know where she getting this strength to come after Trump. She has never went after a Caucasian male up until this point. But let's find out what's going on. Women's rights lawyer. When they say women's rights, they're talking about white women's rights, Caucasian women's rights, Caucasian female rights. Okay, women's rights is not for women of color. So y'all women, y'all sisters, y'all need to stay the hell away from that and let her handle that fight with the Caucasian male. Okay, let the Caucasian female handle her man. She ain't gonna do it, but she let her fight that battle for women's rights because they're only doing it for themselves. They don't care about y'all. I've been trying to tell you that forever. Anytime cops are beating the hell out of women and terrorizing them and killing them and ripping their clothes off and even trying to rape them and humiliate them on camera, sodomize them, and the feminists don't say nothing, that's a problem. Or just Caucasian males doing that type of shit to women of color, mainly, most of the time, and sometimes Caucasian females. But for some reason, y'all don't want to go after a Caucasian male, especially if he's in so-called power. Okay? But when it comes to a black man, you have all the courage to come forward then. I just don't get y'all. But let me read this. Women's rights lawyer Gloria Allred slammed President Trump during an awards gala on Friday, demanding that President Trump help keep his hands off Elizabeth Warren. I don't think he hit Elizabeth Warren, but okay. Allred's comments during an acceptance speech at the National Organization for Women Awards. Allred's comments during an acceptance speech at the National Organization for Women's Awards ceremony came after Trump attacked Senator Elizabeth Warren. Democrat of Massachusetts, a Massachusetts Democrat. During a campaign rally this week, Mr. Trump, Me Too is alive and well. Keep your hands off Elizabeth Warren and every mother and daughter, Allred said, according to the Hollywood Reporter. I actually agree with her on that. Allred also attacked the president over charges from Democrats. Allred also attacked the president over charges from Democrats that his forthcoming Supreme Court nominee would likely be in favor of overturning Roe versus Wade, the landmark case legalizing abortion across the country. But men don't have no damn reproductive rights because, y'all women don't give a fuck about us. We're just guys, right? You know what I'm saying? Especially black men. We don't matter. Black men do not matter. You know what I'm saying? Men don't matter, but black men damn sure don't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? These women got a lot of nerve talk about reproductive rights. They have all the reproductive rights in the world. They are the choosers. They're the gatekeepers of sex and reproduction. A woman can have sex with a man of her choice. A man cannot have sex with a woman of his choice. A woman has a choice if she wants to give birth to a child, give birth to a baby, carry a baby for 9 months or not, or get an abortion. She decides if she wants to have the baby or not. The man has no say so. But what the fuck are your women talking about? You already got reproductive rights and a privilege and power that you choose not to acknowledge because you're greedy as hell. You want more power and privilege and so control of the world without no responsibility, without doing any work. You want us men to be the slaves and you just be the slave owner. But okay, it is very personal to me. In quotations, it is very personal to me because I was one of the millions of women who was forced to have an unsafe abortion. Who forced you to have an abortion? Who forced you? Maybe it was your family. No, nobody can force a woman to have an abortion if she doesn't want to, unless somebody just jumps on her and ambushes her and beats the shit out of her. And most of the time when situations like that happen with women, it's women involved when these dudes do this crap. Okay, these women get involved and they are an accessory. They help cut this woman's stomach open or they force her to go into labor. That shit does happen. I know with my aunt, with her so-called baby's father. He was with this Latin chick. I don't know if she's Colombian, but she's Latina, right? There was a situation. They came here, but for some reason, I think she's Colombian. They like fucking with brothers. They like fucking with black men. What I'm saying? It's a preference. So they one of the women in the family was carrying a black man's baby. They found out, they beat the shit out of that woman and forced her to go into labor, and the baby died, and she's fucked up for life. Is that what you talk about, Gloria Allred? No, your family and your mama and the women in your family pressured your ass to have an abortion. It was so don't blame the men on it. It's always women. When children are sexually abused, molested, even raped, okay, women always silence the children who are rape victims. Don't say anything about that man doing that to you. Don't you say anything about my boyfriend doing shit to you, abusing you. Don't you say shit about you being sexually assaulted and raped and just be victims of domestic violence, of child abuse. Don't you say shit. It's always women silencing the children, okay? It's always other women silencing other women when they are rape victims, sexually assaulted by dudes who they perceive to be in power and popular because they want to get with that dude for some odd reason, even though he's a disgrace and a disgusting creep. But y'all women love them thugs, okay? You love them bad boys because he got money and you trying to be hypergamous and come up. Let's keep it real. Already said, adding that she almost bled to death in a bathtub and had to be taken to the hospital. I wish she would have died from that. To be honest, I gotta keep it real. I wish she would have died from that because I hate this bitch. The way she went after Michael and a bunch of other black men, and the way she went after Cosby. I wish this woman would just die already. Okay. But okay, let me continue. I don't want to make this video too long. We are going to have to fight for our rights. Bitch, you already got rights. We are going to have to fight for our rights. This is what she said in quotes. We are going to have to fight for our rights. Plantation by plantation, state by state. Who's going to be the most valuable? It's women. She said, wait a minute. Black people are still fighting for the rights and they still never got it. But you women, white women, they say white identified women, Caucasian females have always had rights, more rights than anybody else, just like the Caucasian male. Y'all are on equal terms. No, but the problem is you women want more power. That's all. You ain't about rights. You want power. You want privilege, and no responsibilities to that power and freedom and privilege. Her comments come after Trump mocked the MeToo movement against sexual assault during his campaign on Thursday in Montana while making a jab at Warren's claims of Native American heritage. Why don't you just let it go? Don't I mean? Why do y'all see? It's just words, y'all. It's just words, like they tell us. Oh, but when words are directed towards you, it hurts. But when black people are called the N-word, it's just or victims of racist, disparaging epithets and remarks and just disrespect and verbally abused by society, especially Caucasian folks, call the N-word all types of names and make fun of. Oh, it's just words. You can't beat their ass. But when it comes to y'all, oh, it's a problem. Now you know what it feels like. Trump said he would challenge Warren to take a DNA test to prove her Native American heritage, adding that we take that little kid, DNA kid, and say, but we have to do it gently because we're in the middle of the Me Too generation. We have to be very gentle. I promise you, quotations, I promise you, I'll do this. You know those little kids sell on television for $2. Learn your heritage, Trump added. Warren responded on Twitter, slamming Trump for the comment going. Warren responded on Twitter, slamming Trump for the comment and going after his administration's separation of migrant families at the border. Hey, Trump. Hey, at real Donald Trump. While you obsess over my genes, your administration is conducting DNA tests on little kids because you ripped them of their mamas and you are too incompetent to reunite them in time to meet a court order. Maybe you should focus on fixing the lives you're destroying, the senator tweeted. All right, y'all. This is the last article. I have to address this, and then I'm done for the night. Harvey Weinstein accuser Lauren Sivan says Fox 11 demoted her after she spoke out exclusive. After her story went viral, LA TV reporter tells the Wrap she's suddenly taken off the schedule. Yeah, she got a wake-up call. And Lauren Sivan, an on-air reporter for Fox KTTV in Los Angeles, says the situation sidelined her after she came forward last October. Okay, where was I? I got interrupted. All right, it says the station sidelined her after she came forward last October to accuse Harvey Weinstein of sexual misconduct. Sivan told The Wrap in an exclusive interview that she was stunned by her treatment at the station after her bombshell account that Weinstein masturbated into a plant in front of her at a restaurant in New York City in 2007. Statute of limitations are over, you dumb bitch, but okay. I just felt like the situation that I put my heart and soul into for 7 years, just used it to as an excuse to get rid of me. They did. You don't have no friends, bitch. You're not his equal. You are not the Caucasian male's equal like you want to be. It's never going to fucking happen. So this feminist bullshit is a waste of time. Legs closed, mouth closed. Okay? Figure it out. But I digress. The veteran broadcaster said she worked 3 shifts per week for Fox 11, covering a variety of stories until Huffington Post published her account. In the 9 months since then, Sivan says she has worked a total of 6 shifts at Fox 11. Her last time appearing on air was Friday, February 20. She said the situation called 3 times since then asking her to fill in a last minute, which she was unable to do. She provided a screen grab of text she said was sent from her assignment manager at 1:21 p.m. on May 15th local time, asking if she could work at 3 p.m. Later that day, I was definitely the last person they called, Savannah said. Neither a spokesperson for KTV nor news director Chris Nuston responded to repeated requests for comment. While other news directors in the LA market called Savannah to offer support after she made her accusation, she said there is radio silence from her employer and particularly Nuston. She's the only female news director in this market, in quotes, Savannah said about Nuston. And that became really sad and disappointing to me. Savannah said, let me see, read that one more time. She's the only female news director in this market, Savannah said. And that's what she said in quotes. And quotes again, quotes, and that's really became really sad and disappointing to me. That don't mean nothing. Women will stab another woman in the back to get ahead. Y'all cutthroat. I don't understand why y'all women buy into that sisterhood bullshit. Most women, when they are dealing with dudes, they're trying to get ahead, or trying to get with, are being hypergamous, trying to get with the top dude with money and power and status, and they're trying to fucking suck their way to the top. I'm just keeping it real, just telling the truth. When women see a man they want to get with, when they want to get married, when they're trying to get ahead or trying to move up, they will stab another chick in the back. The sisterhood is only temporary. Women, y'all can't. You already know y'all can't stand each other. You will cut another chick's throat to get ahead. Everybody does that, But the difference is when guys do it, a dude knows he got to square up because he's gonna get his ass beat. He's gonna have to fight. If you throw another man under the bus, when I was coming up, okay, I don't know how it is now. A lot of dudes are so feminized, they act like dudes. These dudes nowadays act like women. But women, y'all don't stick together. Y'all so fake with each other. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are not even honest. Y'all will lead each other down the wrong path just to see another woman get hurt and her children get hurt, her family get fucked up. Y'all have no loyalty, okay? Just because another chick is in charge, that dude writes her check. Even if she runs the company, she don't give a damn about, women don't give a damn, women do not give a shit about other women like that, okay? I don't know why people assume that it's like with black folks, you know what I'm saying? They think if a black person in a position of power, so-called position of power, because he don't really have power, or she don't have power, you know what I'm saying? They forget to understand that a lot of these Negroes will have a crabs in the barrel mentality. A lot of black folks will stab another black person in the back to get ahead because they still want to be loyal to Caucasian supremacy. They still want to be part of so-called white society and be part of the so-called dominant. And all people are like that. My thing is people need to be put on blast and held accountable and shamed the fuck out. That's how you handle that, Savannah. Continue. Let me finish this article. Savannah says, what now? Savannah says she tried calling Nuston both before and after Huffington Post published her account, but never heard back. She said Nuston did not leave her a voice message 2 weeks later. When the New York News broke this story, in which multiple women accused Weinstein of misconduct, Savannah said she told one of the station's producers that she had her own crazy Harvey Weinstein story. She thought KTV would jump at the chance to broadcast her story. But instead, she said the producer told her, "We're good." In parentheses, she declined to name the producer who still works at the station. She's probably fucking the dude. She's probably fucking him, or she's probably fucking her. It's that code I'm telling you people about. It's that Caucasian supremacist loyalty. And women, whatever, it's like, why won't she expose this person who supposedly threw her underneath the bus or didn't help her out? Oh, because she did some sneaky ass, sleazy ass shit. That's why. But I digress. That day, Savannah said she got a call from Huff Post reporter Yazar Ali and decided to tell her publicity for the first time. She said that Weinstein had cornered her at an empty restaurant in New York City and tried to kiss her. But when she refused, she said he masturbated in front of her and eventually ejaculated in a nearby potted plant. That's so nasty, but I digress. Once he was done, I was allowed to leave. She said Weinstein, who's awaiting trial in New York on multiple felony sexual assault charges, has publicly denied any allegations of non-consensual sex. I'm going to touch that part where she said she was allowed to leave. Let's continue. Savannah's story quickly went viral, partly because of its graphic details, partly because it was the first to come forward following the initial Times report making Kelly today. Fuck Megyn Kelly. I can't stand that bitch. She's racist as hell. But I digress. And she's a racist, man-hating bitch. Flew her to New York the following Monday to tape a live interview. She's an opportunist herself. She's an opportunist. A lot of you women are just hypergamous, and that's what hypergamy does. Hurt other people to get ahead. Fuck them over. I digress. Savannah's colleagues at Fox 11 were surprised that the situation didn't capitalize on her role in one of the biggest news stories of the year. This is about publicity. Quotes. Everyone in the newsroom was surprised that we didn't give her a platform to tell her story. One station employee who declined to be identified told the Wrap, quotes, there was never a reason why she didn't tell her story to us. The freeze out of Savannah by KTV came almost immediately. For about 2 weeks, it wasn't on. For about, this is what she says, in 2 weeks, and this is what she says. For about 2 weeks, I wasn't on the air, she said. I thought it was just until things calmed down, so I didn't read too much into it. Bad move, but I digress. When Savannah was put back on rotation 2 weeks later, she said it was clear that she had been demoted. Her shifts were fewer and far between and tended to come on weekends and nights and feature less desirable assignments, she said. Quotes, she says, I was no longer covering A block stories. Savannah said. I was sent out to cover a kid who got bit by a dog. Oh, poor you. Savannah's manager, John Furritter, said he too was surprised by the station's response. We kept thinking they were going to do more with her because she was in the middle of the story, but the reaction was the opposite. He told the Wrap. If it is, she didn't exist there. These days, Savannah is hosting a daily radio show with Dr. Brzezinski, Dr. Drew, Midday Live with Lauren Savannah, and Oxygen crime show Abuse of Power. Another upcoming Oxygen show is also in the works. For Savannah, the Cop de Crace came after Weinstein was arrested in New York City on May 25th, when she said Fox 11 finally reached out for her to appear on air as a source. They had the nerve to call me after I lost my job. That's what she said. They called me to give, in quotes, this is what she then says, they called me to give them a soundbite, and that made me so angry. Really, bitch? You know, and that's it, pretty much. My thing is, that part where she says she was allowed to, when this Weinstein dude ejaculated and masturbated and ejaculated in a plant pot, which is so damn nasty, ill, and she was allowed to leave and she was cornered, what stopped her from being, how come she did not leave? Did he body her? Did he block her off where she couldn't walk the fuck away? How come she didn't put the camera in his face and say, back the fuck off me? Why did she stand in his face and cuss his ass out? Let me tell you, if that was a black man, she probably would have swung at him. Okay? Kicked him in the nuts or something. Or if I don't know if she has a weapon. She probably does or not, but likely she does. Or has a gun. I don't know if she's a gun owner, but she could have used something to get out of that situation. No, what happened was she didn't want to fuck up her opportunity. See, and that's the problem. You women you don't care about the well-being of other women. That's why this MeToo bullshit is a fucking joke. You got real victims, okay? Not just women, but let me show you something right here. Right here. Women rape men too. And they're not talking about this. Women uses machete to force ex-boyfriend to have sex with her. Let's see what this is about. This is very short. Great Falls, Montana. A woman used a machete to force her ex-boyfriend to strip naked and have sex with her. That's rape, but they're not going to say that. Police in Great Falls, Montana says Samantha Mears, 19, broke into her ex home when he wasn't home and confronted him with the weapon when he returned. The smoking gun reports Mears told the man to get on the bed and remove his clothes. That's rape, damn. Mears then climbed on top of the identified ex-boyfriend and had sex. That's rape, but they ain't gonna say that shit. During the encounter, Mears bit the man in the arm and continued the engagement despite the protestations. That's rape. Come on. The man told police he feared for his safety. No shit. Due to Mears holding a machete, he was able to escape and secretly called 911, backing out of the bedroom. Before he left the home, the man was able to take photos of Mears with the weapon in her hands and turn it over to police. Mears was charged with aggravated burglary and assault with a weapon. No, that's rape. She needs to be charged with trespassing, stalking, harassment. I don't know, but it should be to a full six. I'm going to say felony sexual assault. She should be charged with rape. Attempted murder at that. Okay, come on. But again, but you Me Too chicks don't want to talk about this. You Me Too chicks don't want to talk about this shit, and you feminists are fucking silent. Y'all act like men cannot get raped by women. You got dudes sexually harassing straight dudes, especially when they do the RuPaul thing and call themselves transgender women, and you wonder why these trannies get beat the fuck up and get shot up and killed because the straight man is raped, and because he was deceived. Okay. But we as men, we don't have no options, especially as black men, you know what I'm saying? Women can falsely accuse us of all types of bullshit and nothing happens to this bitch, okay? Nothing happens. Female privilege, gynocentrism, misandry, everything favors women. But you Caucasian chicks, the reason why they let y'all lie on men of color all the time, falsely accuse them of rape, because they know they want to keep that group oppressed with Caucasian supremacy and race and keep racism going. Okay? When y'all cannot do that to a Caucasian male, especially in position of power, Harvey Weinstein and them other cats, that he's part of that clique, of so-called white men in power, okay? Y'all are starting to get your wake-up call, and I don't feel sorry for you chicks getting fucked over. And you got these other chicks, I told you, women are, when it comes to dudes who are in positions of power, a chick ain't gonna look out for another chick like that, okay? You women will stab another chick in the back just to suck this dude who she perceives to be in power and get with him and hope to, marry, she hopes that this dude will get on her knee and ask for her hand in marriage, and she get married to him and be his wife and have children. Women are hypergamous like that, and that was coming to bite you in the ass. You women are so obsessed with power, money, and status, and all that materialistic bullshit that don't mean shit. Y'all so obsessed with that shit. The reason why 60% of Caucasian females, just the reason why 60% of Caucasian chicks voted for Trump is because of the fact that they want to maintain white privilege, white dominance, white power, maintain Caucasian supremacy, and keep the system of racism going, and keep other non-white groups oppressed. That's why they voted for Trump. That's why 60% of Caucasian females voted for Trump, and now they fucking regret it. Well, guess what, bitch? The chickens are coming home to roost. Guess what? You gas these dudes up. You stroke their ego. You tell them they're big and bad. They're the great shit. They're the shit. They're the greatest. They can't do no wrong. You kiss their ass. You just, in a way, subliminally, subdually, you slickly and passive aggressively manipulate these dudes, and you tell them they're always right and can't do no wrong, and then when they get all gassed up and fuck you over and kick your ass to the curb, now you bitching. Guess what? That serves your dumb ass right. And I don't feel sorry for you chicks when you get with these dudes who treat you like crap, or fuck with dudes who are in positions of power, and you think by using your pussy you're gonna overpower him. Get the fuck out of here with that vagina power nonsense. You shall reap what you sow, and you get what y'all deserve. You Caucasian chicks fucked your own selves in the ass. You destroyed your privilege, your female privilege as a Caucasian chick, as a Caucasian woman. As a female, you destroyed your privilege. You destroyed feminism and gynocentrism. Now the Caucasian males are woke, and they want to go back to the old days where they ran everything, and you chicks had to obey and submit. But you're still going to be loyal to that Caucasian supremacy because you like white power and white privilege and white dominance and statuses and the money. You know what I'm saying? And being treated with royalty. But you don't want to do your part. You want to be treated as a queen, but you want to do hood rat shit. I don't want to talk too much, but I'm just saying it like this: you women, you get what you deserve. This is what happens when you thought that if you help out a criminal, you aid and abet a criminal, that he's gonna fall in love you and be loyal to you. You're no different to these chicks who think if they get pregnant by a dude that he's gonna stay around and be with you. No, he ain't. You ain't worth a damn. Hello, you ain't worth a damn. I mean, you women fucked your own selves in the ass. You were so obsessed. You Caucasian chicks were so obsessed with power and money and status, wealth, and prestige that is stolen from the forefathers and the foremothers who supported this shit. Y'all got greedy, and you fought by, that if you continue to kiss his ass, that you're gonna reap the benefits of white supremacy and racism. Continue to benefit of Caucasian supremacy and racism and other forms of colonization and enslavement of other people of color, so you can stay on top. And guess what? You ain't on top. He just kicked your ass to the curb. So it serves y'all bitches right. Peace.